from Charlotte, North Carolina, at a combined weight of over 660 pounds, Rody Rob, Adam Baum, Bionic Brian, the Marked Out Wrestling Podcast.
And welcome to episode, I believe, 506, possibly, of the Marked Out Wrestling Podcast. Maybe it's 505. I don't know anymore. I don't know episodes of this show anymore. I'm sorry. It's in the 500s. And we're going to talk wrestling and Monday Night Raw tonight. Boys and girls, my name is Rody Rob. I am your lead host for the event tonight. And joining me via Skype, we are physical distancing. We have Adam Baum and Brian, the Bionic One. Say hello, boys. Oh, wait.
Hold on, Rob.
There you
Hello,
go.
everybody.
I had you muted. Sorry. Say hello again.
I knew you did. I knew you did. I need a haircut really bad.
You do. I think everybody needs everything really bad. I actually...
I shaved my beard for the first time in months. So I'm feeling fucking aerodynamic right now.
I'm getting mine back finally, so I'm good with that. I actually ordered out for the first time, and since this whole quarantine deal, we got some mellow mushroom, bro. So that was fun.
How was it?
It was good. It was good. I got me a pepperoni and cheese calzone. The kids got the cheese pizza. So we watched Trolls 2, which rocked. So that was fun. It was fun. We did that little family time.
Excellent start to the show.
It was.
Let's talk about Trolls and your pizza place.
Well,
that's regional.
actually, if you're joining us on YouTube live right now, Adam, you kind of look like a troll doll right now with your hair.
Thank you. That's why I was inspired.
I told you.
I was inspired by this. All right, so we're going to talk Monday Night Raw tonight. Before we go into anything about our first thoughts about what happened tonight on Raw, we do have if you're watching us on YouTube Live or Mixer or Twitch or Facebook
Grindr.
Live or Grindr, or I think there's another one, Periscope, or wherever you're watching us at, thank you so much for joining us. The only board I can see visibility to is the YouTube Live chat board. So, Brian, can you introduce the board, or Adam, or whoever is on there?
Yeah, we've got Anaconda
either
Vice. Either one. Sklenner. We've got XL10. We've got Shoji. We've got DP. We've got... I mean, they're just filing in right now. It's hard to keep up. Estrada was there holding it down.
All right.
We got... Yeah.
And
who else?
They're saying that.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Hashtag Jufar. Oh, and also, I'm sorry, Jason Sklenar, of course, is here. Thank you.
Yeah,
Sklenner.
Jufro is trending number 4,052 in the world. Good job.
Nice.
Anaconda Vice says Trolls 2 was dope. Thank you. And it was, not only was it dope, but it was woke. Yes, I said woke. Okay. All right, so let's talk about Monday Night Raw tonight. So we had a new show tonight. If you do not know, this was either it was taped early in the day or it was live tonight. I think taped early in the day is probably the answer on that one. But this was not done during the Mania tapings. So this
had to be fix that one crazy announcer botch.
I mean, what are they going to do? They're just going to splice audio over it? That would just sound horrible. It really would. I mean, you wouldn't hear...
No, they would just recut.
They'd just recut. So,
I mean, there's no crowd to have to sync it up with in the background. All they did was take her out, cut the no audio there, and relay it right there. I mean, it had to be the easiest cut. You're the production guy, but I mean,
yeah, I'm the production guy.
If
but
it was that tape, they should fix that.
You say I'm the production guy, but I'm telling you, no, they can't just do that. But you argue with me, so I don't know what to say.
No,
there.
he always says these like big extravagant things, but doesn't really have any idea of the logistical part of it.
I shut down
You could have
airlines.
cut the entire video, everything, and just taken a different
All right,
B-roll and
tell me-
recorded new voice audio over it.
Yeah.
Tell me your idea, and I'll do it.
Well, anywho.
Anyway.
So Raw tonight was busy, man. It was busy. It was not a lot of fluff. It was not a lot of promos and well, I don't want to say promos, and not a lot of recaps or you know, back in the day this happened. It was all pretty much current and to the effect of the show for tonight. What'd you guys think?
I felt like they were tonight toward Money in the Bank. They had hit the reset button, run out of tape segments, run out of taped episodes, and had to, start it toward what they're considering, their next pay-per-view and stuff. Even though it's going to be at the PC, we already know that. They're staying on target, and they're giving us new stories. And that's the one thing about tonight that was good. No matter the length of the segment, The consistency was they were doing something toward the future.
I agree with that. I do want to say to all those out there who are always like, Rob's so full of shit and Adam's so good, that he starts his point off with the most obvious, well, I think they were doing Money in the Bank tonight. Fucking very observant of you, Adam. Thank you for letting us all know that.
Not just for the fucking match. I'm talking about like other stuff. Who's gonna fight who?
Right.
At that.
No, that was all implied. It's okay. Brian, what's your opening thoughts about Raw tonight?
Opening thoughts was, I didn't mind the promo with Drew McIntyre in the beginning, but the middle of the show was. I do like the fact that they're putting out Akira Tozawa, they're putting out Austin Theory. They've got Angel Garza doing his thing now. Who is he going against? Tahuti Miles? I don't even know who that is. I just like that there are some new faces out there. This is kind of like the time to start some new feuds and Tofuti, right? And some new matchups. So the only thing I didn't really like was the Lashley and No Way Jose. I'm sick of Lashley just having all these fucking squash matches and stuff. But other than that, I did enjoy the last half of the show. I thought the third hour was really good.
All right. On the board, I'm seeing some hate, of course, from the number one haterade of all time, or at least the last couple months, Anaconda Dick Vice. Yeah, Anaconda Dick Vice. So the show was hot garbage. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. It was. I thought it kept my attention most of the night, honestly. So I don't know. We're gonna talk about it all in our big ass topics here. Let's go ahead and jump into it. Extra big ass topic. Okay. So each of us pick 3 topics from tonight that we want to talk about. If they overlap, there'll be less than 9. If they don't, then there will be 9. If we don't talk about something that you guys on the board want to talk about, make a case for why we should talk about it, and maybe we will. Otherwise, you can do what you do. Whatever. Yeah, once you get done watching this, well, we'll get into that later. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and, in no particular order, Brian, do you have 3 tonight? Did you do 3 topics?
Do I have 3? Come on, I've got 3.
Well, why don't you?
I've got like 5.
Why don't we set ourselves up to fail and let you start out with your topic first?
Wow, that's really nice, Rob. Thank you for that. You know what? Mine's going to be quick. It's going to be a quick hitter. It's not that big of a deal, but Aleister Black and Oney Lorcan. On paper, that match, I wish they would give that one more time. I do enjoy the fact that Oney Lorcan's on Raw, but that was really just a squash match for Aleister. Oney Lorcan should be pushed more. And here's the deal. This is the big thing, too, that I wanted to point out. I wrote it down on my notes, on my fucking notes, by the way, Rob. See? When during that match, Lawler on fucking commentary, he said, Oney Lorcan, he's really using his real name, huh? Or just like making almost a joke as if like it's a given that wrestlers use fake names. Yeah. I'm like, come on, man. Why the fuck are you even saying that? Like, what? I don't know. I just thought of him breaking kayfabe like that. He's supposed to be like an old school brother. Like, I thought that was a little weird. That kind of threw me off. But it sucks. It sucks Oney Lorcan having these squash matches. You know, I'm a big fan of his. I just wish there would be a little bit more for him on Raw. But
yeah, this is definitely a Brian topic. Absolute 1%. I mean, what a way to start the show up.
You know it is.
Yeah, and you're right though. I mean, you would think Jim Cornette.
Yeah, I wasn't listening.
Jim Cornette would pop out and beat the shit out of Lawler just for fucking doing that. What the fuck you doing, man? Yeah, good point. But you know, hey, at least your boy is on Raw, rocking his cool boots, which I like his boots.
Love the white boots and white knee pads.
Yeah,
I don't know, man. He's fucking so much better than what they're doing with him. I wish he would be in some different position, but what are you gonna do?
He's got the personality of a Rock. I mean, that's just not the Rock, a Rock. Just saying.
No, that's not true.
Okay. So there was your obscure Brian topic to start out the show. So there you go.
What do you want me to talk about? You want me to say something like Adam? Like,
no.
Hey, this just is A-Bob. They're going to be filming at the Performance Center. Just wanted to let you know that. How's that? Is that a good one?
Salty.
Wow. You suck ass, so you have to shit on me
right.
Try and make yourself look
I'm
better.
Sorry you were collateral damage.
Brian has never...
I'm sorry.
Attack me.
Sports Center always starts out with the low card soccer games to start out their show.
That's right. You go from you build it up. You don't go to the big topic.
No.
What am I, crazy?
Right.
Well, that's why he went to you.
All right, I'm gonna go to my first one and go to Adam because we all know what I know what Adam's gonna talk about. So my first topic is Zelina's got a stable, and I say stable because it's a stable. It's not a faction. It's a stable. So I guess the question is, one, do we like the said stable? And two, does a stable get a name, or is a stable just a stable? Adam?
Say the word stable one more time.
Stable.
I almost, when you just have the manager in common, I agree with you on the stable label. But, you know, do they get a name? I mean, they ever name like Slicks the guys when he was a manager, or Fuji's guys?
Or Heenan's guys?
Well,
No.
I mean, the Hart Foundation a little bit, you could say, because Jimmy Hart, but I mean, not really. Nobody ever got named, so this is just Zelina's crew. I mean, I don't think you need to name them.
Okay, Brian. What,
So
what, Brian?
No, you go on. I'm sorry.
Okay, sorry. But I was going to ask you, Brian. I mean, what do you think about this trio or these of Zelina's guys? I mean, you got Theory, a relative newcomer to the main roster, very new as well, Angel Garza, but it's been kind of. I think he's fantastic, and then
Great.
And of course, Andrade is kind of a proven commodity at this point. So right. So what is your thoughts about the talent involved in this stable, Brian?
All those guys are great. I'm perfectly fine if they do form a stable. I don't have a name for them. I just hope that WWE doesn't do something that's like over the top on the racist side, if you will. I mean, you know how they fucking had like, I don't know, Kabuki Warriors. They're doing their thing. I mean, now Asuka doesn't even speak English. We know she can, but she's just... Anyway, I'm blabbering, but
yeah,
this is your question. This is your topic. I mean, you make fun of mine, but you're worried about if they have a name for their faction.
Well,
how is that
actually, no. The topic was not just about if they have a name. It was a sub question to the main topic, and I actually asked Adam about the naming, and I threw it to you about the quality of the talent within the stable. And you went off on tangent about the name, and then got angry.
Well,
so
you threw me the same question as Adam.
I didn't. It was absolutely completely different.
Check the tape,
yeah, check the tape, bro.
He gave you a better segue than.
Yeah, I gave you the better question to actually show your wrestling intelligence, your IQ level there. But
and instead you got angry.
You bypassed.
No.
Tonight was all about this faction kind of shining. Now, the board's arguing, will it last, Rob? Like, is this going to go more than a few weeks? Are they going to get these guys a push, or is this just a flash in the pan? I mean, it feels like an overcorrection. At least the Latinos didn't wrestle each other.
I think the longevity argument is it plays its hand if they are not always with each other. I mean, Heenan's family was not always with each other. Slick's guys were not always. Fuji's guys were not always with each other. Hart's guys were not always with each other. You can go down the list, manager after manager after manager. And these guys are playing the faction role right now, and I'd rather them just play the stable role. Let Zelina have a group of people, and they don't always have to play with each other. If they separate them and let them do their own thing, I know. If they separate them and let them do their own thing with Zelina managing them, like Zelina's in common, but they're not, it'll have longevity. If they faction it out, it's going to be gone in 6 months. So that's kind of my take on that. Anything on the board about the faction?
A lot of them. The fact that they said, stables can have names. Strata said this stable isn't called something like Hardcore Homies because Vince is a carny and he associates brown people with homies, a la Kabuki Warriors. I hope not. Something like that.
I chose not to read that. Go ahead.
Yeah. Am I the only one who finds Austin Theory? That's from Evans, so not necessarily about a stable there.
Me too. I have no love for Austin. I don't hate Austin Theory. I just find him to be so vanilla. Just so you got to.
That's a great word.
Yeah, he looks like if you did the basic setups on the video game, create a guy, but you didn't go into any details. Like I'm gonna make him strong and give him some tights. But I don't have time to do tattoos and personality and
no tats.
No, just
give him generic beard.
Yeah, let's get to the wrestling. So all right, Adam, first topic for you, sir.
Let's Money in the Bank. I'm not positive, but they kept saying it. It feels like there's 6 people in each match, 3 from each show. I could be wrong, but we have 3 qualifying matches for the women tonight, and there's an announced one for Friday. I'll cover that one real quick. Dana is going to fight Naomi on Friday for a spot. They've already advertised that. We had Nia and Kyrie, which I got fed to Nia. We have to cover that blow by blow. Speaking of being fed, Shayna destroyed Sarah Logan, and the ring announcer said that Logan won somehow. And then we had Asuka and Riot. At the end of the day, we have Shayna, Nia, and Asuka going forward. What do we think about that trio representing Raw in this Money in the Bank?
Brian, I like it. I think if you're gonna pull 3 and 3, and apparently that's what they're doing, and Asuka, who has been portrayed as being strong, even when she's not winning or getting belts, she's still putting over the presumptive champions to get them better cred. Nia's coming back, and of course she's got all the heat in the world right now, coming back and just a monster of a woman, and Shayna obviously hot and heavy, just ran through the elimination chamber. Brian, I think this is the best 3 for Raw that you could put in this situation.
It is. It is. I mean, am I happy about those names? Not necessarily. I mean, especially Nia. She just came back after not even being on TV, and now she's thrown right into this match. I mean, I know who else you're going to put in there, but still, I'm not crazy about it. I like Asuka. I don't know. I'm not crazy about Nia Jax, and I'm also very nervous about Ronda. I mean, Ronda was mentioned on Raw tonight. Her name is still being thrown out there, and Nia has been going back and forth with her on Twitter, kind of defending WWE and defending wrestling. It's just a weird dynamic. I still have kind of PTSD about Ronda coming back into WWE. I'm very afraid of that.
Wow. So Brian, she said she hates the fans. There are none there, so I think you're not just having PTSD. I think there's a very good chance.
Yeah, it sucks. I hate it, but
yeah, I don't think anybody's
because this feels like a fourth wall work, which is they kept trying to do with her.
Yeah.
I do agree, Rob. I agree with you 100%. These are the top 3 on the women's roster below Becky Lynch, if you will. Shayna, everything you just said. Asuka been working main event, SmackDown's Raw. She's just the MVP all around right now. And then Nia, you got to push her. And Brian, to your thing, Nia's not just right in the picture here. I doubt that Nia Jax is going to win, but she doesn't have to be pinned or submitted to lose here, so you can make her look strong without giving her the victory.
I suppose.
Look, I agree with you, and you're echoing me, so obviously I agree with you that these are the 3 best from the roster as far as contendership is concerned. And now,
Correct.
As far as a Money in the Bank match is concerned, I don't think these are necessarily the most fun of options for what is usually a pretty fun match to watch.
I could think of one that would have been much, much more fun.
Too new.
They didn't even explore. Also, I think Kyrie might have been more fun. I think Ruby might have been more fun. These other people that lost would have been not the contender level you said, but would have been better for a ladder match for sure, right, Brian?
I agree with you on that, 100%. I mean, I guess you need to have a monster in there, but still, yeah, I feel like they do have a few better options on the roster right now, but it is what it is.
You don't need to have a monster. I mean, I don't necessarily agree with that. I don't think you need to have a monster, and I think Shayna Baszler could have actually disqualified her. Like, she could have just not given a fuck because she's so distraught over something and took herself out of contention.
Right.
And maybe not Sarah Logan be on the other side of that coin, right? Or at least opens the spot up that they have to fill later with another match, right? An extra match later.
Or why not give them a feud away from the belt? Shayna and Nia could fight and just have a little bit of a grudge match there. It always feels weird to me. Why would you have Becky Lynch beat Shayna and then put Shayna in a match to go right back toward that title? Why wasn't she on the hunt to begin with? Why didn't Echo here? Like, none of this makes sense if you put Shayna right back. Oh, she defeated 5 others in the chamber. Let's have her defeat 5 others in the. I mean,
yeah.
I would have been happy with her kept out and just fighting Nia Jax.
I'm seeing people on the board say, Bianca should have had Nia Jax's spot. I don't know. Like, I would personally, of course, I would love it, right? Oh, yay. Fucking hell yeah. I don't know if you want to put her in that spot yet. I don't think it would do her any harm if she got put in the Money in the Bank and lost. It'd be fine. Probably elevate her regardless. But, yeah, I don't know. Maybe.
It would only elevate her visit. You know she's not going to win, so what's the point of it all?
Right.
Let's see where her current storyline is going to play out.
What are you saying, Brian?
Pretty much that.
Okay. All right. Brian, speaking of pretty much that, let's talk about your second topic. What's your second topic?
My second topic,
yeah.
Rob.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Danny Burch.
No, it was not Danny Burch. It wasn't Danny Burch.
We're waiting with bated breath.
Here's the thing, Rob. Very confused.
He doesn't have one.
I'm very confused.
Mm-hmm.
Why did MVP announce himself into one of the matches when he's just been off TV for a while and we get the VIP lounge randomly? Is he a character? Is he a wrestler? It's very confusing. I feel like they've got a zillion people on their roster.
That was bad.
You didn't?
What, the announcement of the match or him being in it?
Both.
I thought
it was very random that he's the person. Why is he the person that's announcing
why not?
These matches? Because he's not an authority figure. He's nobody. He's got a little
MVP segment like Ms. TV or whatever.
It makes no sense, man. They're so inconsistent with their with their storytelling. Who am I supposed to believe? They don't have a regal figure. They've got just fucking, who are these? Just random. All right, so where's Duke the Dumpster Drosy? Have him come in and just announce some fucking six-fight matches next week.
How petty he is, because there was
all right, I'm being a little petty. I'm sorry. I haven't spoken to fucking just a soul in days. So this is my socialization.
I agree with you on the aspect of MVP being in the match, as in why. But as far as the matches or him announcing it, I don't think there was a problem with him announcing it. That was fine. But I mean, you're on the topic. Let's go into it. And this will take one of Adam's, I think. But Rey Mysterio versus Murphy, Aleister Black versus Austin Theory, Apollo Crews versus MVP. That's your Raw lineup. That, I think, is horrible. I'm sorry. I think it's horrible. If for no other reason that if you were going to tell me that anybody on that list could potentially get the briefcase and cash in for the title, I would slap you in the fucking face.
Yeah, good point.
But no. So who? You're saying if Aleister Black got the briefcase,
okay,
against that?
There's the one exception.
Yeah, he's like the only. Maybe Ray.
No.
Ray.
No.
Ray. No.
No.
No. And Aleister Black. I like having Murphy in the match, even if he's not there. I like the thought of Apollo Crews qualifying there. I also like the idea of him getting taken out backstage and replaced. So it really doesn't matter where you go on that. And they've announced Cesaro versus Daniel Bryan on the other side. Like this, Rob. I went with the opposite take because I thought this was, with the exception of Ray, a bunch of mid-carders that are potentially getting an opportunity to push themselves and ascend to a main event status. This isn't just, hey, we put Orton and Edge in there, and we threw Ray, and they didn't qualify. They didn't have to do anything to get in. We had MVP cut a segment to say they were in. I like the way they did it, mainly because of the picks of competitors. Brian, what was your take?
Hello?
Yeah, what was your take, Brian?
Oh, you're there.
Wow.
I was reading the board. Sorry, wasn't paying attention to you.
What are they saying besides they're all leaving?
Evan Wright saying plot twist: Buddy Murphy wins Money in the Bank and gives it to Seth because he's the cult leader. Okay. Plot twist from DP: Murphy wins the briefcase. Rollins takes the title off Drew. Tension. And then let's see. Evan Wright saying if Rey Mysterio doesn't put Buddy Murphy over next week, it's fucked. That's a good point.
Yeah, I mean, I think Buddy Murphy, Apollo Crews, and Aleister Black are probably the three that are winning here.
Yeah, I mean,
that's just my guess.
Look, it definitely goes counter to what we were saying about the women. I mean, these might not be the apparent contenders, but they're definitely the fun contestants, right? They're the fun wrestlers that you'd like to see in a Money in the Bank match.
Hey, Rob. Speaking of something word here, Estrada says, "Is Brian purposely derailing this show so that he can talk about AEW more?"
Probably, yeah. Thank you for that. That's probably what it is. Good call. Good call. So we lost Anaconda Vice. He's leaving because he's tired of hearing my opinion on things. So fucking winning for me.
Man,
yeah.
You guys have been feuding for a while.
He's an idiot. What do you want? Okay. Okay. So that was the men there. Let's go ahead and move on to my next topic. Let's just do Rollins. Let's talk about Rollins right now, and let's talk about whether we love it or hate it. Rollins is getting involved here at the end of this match with Andrade and Drew, which wasn't a bad match for what it was. Everybody kind of saw this happening because they telegraphed it the whole fucking show. Rollins comes in, lays the fucking curb stomp down. I like Rollins as a heel. I liked Rollins as a heel champion. I don't hate the idea of Rollins being champion. The problem is that outside of Brock Lesnar for the past fucking 20,000 years, all we've had is Rollins and Roman. So I'm kind of tired. I'm kind of burnt out a little bit on it, Adam.
I agree with you. So anybody else, I thought this great opportunity. Just like I talked about how I was excited about those Money in the Bank qualifiers because of the list there, I almost would have loved to just have Ray or somebody like that go against Drew. Just have a nice throwaway rivalry. We know Drew's going to win. Set up something else. Or maybe save Seth for SummerSlam. Have him fight a couple other people along the way. You've got other people on this roster you could have used. KO, AJ. AJ would have been a great one, but I guess AJ just got buried. So I don't know, but anybody I think would have been a better choice than Seth.
Yeah,
except for Roman.
That's a good point. I mean, why Seth? Seth just lost to KO. What gives him the right or the standing to be in that position, right, Brian?
It doesn't make any sense.
No, it's not. It doesn't. Same logic with like someone like Nia Jax. Like, why is she all of a sudden just like straight like just pushed right to the top?
She's in a qualifier for case, Brian. She's not a contender for the title yet.
No,
That's
but
different.
but still, I mean, she's still. I know it is a little slightly different, but same idea. There's really seemingly no reason why he would be involved in such a, like, I don't know, if wins and losses actually mattered. I feel like he wouldn't even be sniffing a match like this. But
I don't know. I just feel so many people. AJ wouldn't have needed the title. He could have put Drew over.
Right.
I know he would have made him look good. Yeah, you buried him, but it's kayfabe. Who cares? He's not really taking time off, is he? Just so many more people that could have been better choices here than Seth.
Yeah.
And maybe you save Seth for SummerSlam.
For me, that's even too soon. It's even too soon for me. Give him a grudge. Give him some kind of other feud. I don't know.
Well, you're gonna hate the SmackDown minute then.
Oh boy,
I'm sure I will. Speaking of other people, Adam, can you read the board for us?
Yeah. I said it's not a feud, Brian. It's just an appetizer for me. I'm sorry. I prefer Adam on Wednesdays. Oh wait, I thought that was wrestling.
All the other things you could have talked about. You did that one, and I just want to point out that he's still there running his mouth.
I hate Rollins versus McIntyre right now. Andrade and his entire Vega Vatos faction got a hard push tonight. Great storyline continuing from NXT, and Rollins shows up why he's lost at Mania Dump. I wish they would have done a stall on here, champion versus champion. But he's right. This would have been a good contender. Andrade going, last time you held the title, I took it from you. I got Zelina. I got my boys. We're going to take you down hook or crook style. And people might have believed, oh, is it possible they're going to let Drew lose here to this faction? And they've been pushing them hard for the last few weeks. Then out comes Seth. Horrible.
Well, hey, wait, what about did I miss anything, or is Seth are they no longer doing anything with him and Murphy and AOP? Are they like just totally just out of sight, out of mind?
We haven't seen AOP or Murphy.
I know, but Murphy is
Oh,
still active. But they announced Murphy in that tournament, so it's like
right, but we still haven't seen during all this tape time and a lot of guys being out, Brian. We just haven't seen him. Murphy was one of those.
But did
we know
Seth,
one of the AOP.
But you know what?
but did,
Go ahead, Ryan.
sorry. No, I was just gonna say, did Seth he didn't mention his name or anything, right? Did he allude to Murphy or anything? No, right?
Yeah, I mean,
No.
this could that faction could be disbanded, and we just not know it yet. So, what you gonna do?
We'll know next week. If he comes out wearing a Seth shirt or not.
Sure, right. If they don't have the Messiah shirt.
Yeah, the Messiah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Brian, what's your next topic?
Hey, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, shut the fuck up. Lashley,
No Way Jose. It is.
No, it's not about No Way Jose, but it's about Lashley and the whole Lana thing. Like, how the fuck is this still going on? Like, we're in a goddamn pandemic right now, and this bullshit is still fucking happening. Like, scrap it. Get it the fuck out of here. Like, they scrapped Seth's whole faction. Why can't they just sweep Lana away? Let her go back with Rusev. Maybe
because of
why the world went
right.
crazy. What's that?
Because of the marriage, they at least kayfabe have to get divorced.
Oh
Yeah,
God!
I mean, it looks like to me like they were setting it up to end tonight.
I know, but just do it already. Do it.
Yeah. No, I agree.
I don't know. What about you guys? Are you like?
I agree with Soji. I think the old man thinks it's must-see TV. Oh, it's riveting and full of drama, and she's got big titties. So
Says Lana's hot though. Puts out great TikTok vids, so maybe that's what it is.
I don't know about that. I'm not 12, so I don't really look at TikTok that much. But
I've only looked at TikTok when you showed me this stuff your daughter put on there.
Right.
I laughed my ass off.
She's awesome.
Are you on TikTok, Adam?
No, but Rob's daughter puts stuff up on there, and Rob found it and showed me the videos. She's very clever, and it was very funny.
Huh?
Yes. The Lana, he says she's hot. I don't think she's hot. I really I don't think she's hot.
She's last call hot.
Yeah, no, you're right about that. She's I strike out all night. What's left? Okay, I'm in. My final topic is gonna be Bianca calls him out, which is also kind of a prelude to tag team division conversation here. We saw an interview with Street Profits where they introduced the EST of WWE, Bianca Belair, again. And then they go to an interview with Profits where they're running down all the great things about Vikings. And then Bianca snaps in and is like, well, hold on. They're cosplaying, which I thought was a great line there. But all they do is beat you, to paraphrase. All they do is beat you. Why don't you get the smoke and quit running your mouth? I thought it was a great segment in itself. I know Petty Town's going to come rolling in here in just a moment, but I mean, if you're not if you're not going to have them on tonight, that's fine. You had a whole bunch of the other roster on. You don't need to put everybody on every night. I thought this was a good laugh. Kind of leads into it. Gives Bianca. I think people are going to get the impression from this that Bianca is playing a Zelina role, as we've argued before, because they haven't put her in the ring yet after her debut, with the exception of Zelina, and then here she is on the side of the Profits. I want to reiterate that is not going to be a thing, and I hope I don't put my foot in my mouth on that one, honestly. But Adam, what were your thoughts about this segment? Is there anything more you want to add to it?
Yeah. Now, here's something that you didn't mention. We had the Andrade and Drew throwback to NXT. Don't forget what Bianca was talking about was not just main roster. The Raiders left and gave up the titles.
Right.
The Profits never won them from them. The Profits won the match. Their new ones after they vacated.
Right.
So I think this is another throwback to the NXT feud. That is what, if you look at a long-term build, which is we've been lacking for a long time, now you see kind of some undertones of why they've done this and why they've never let the Profits get over, is because they're building toward this feud, maybe.
Right, and XL10 on the board. I'm sorry, he says Profits beat the Viking Experience in a ladder match for the NXT titles. No, they did not. They did not. The Viking Raiders were not in that match.
Yeah, they vacated them right before that match. That's what that match was for. It was to crown new champs.
Right,
and we argued on this show at length why they didn't just let the Profits go over.
Right, and I agree with the full sentiment of it, and Evan Wright saying it too. You know, Profits have beaten nobody for the tag titles in NXT. They won a ladder match, and that's, you could say that's what it is. And then in WWE, they won the titles in WWE, hook or crook, to get them. So, I mean, if you legit want to look at the history of the Profits, NXT to WWE, they legit have not pinned anyone for the titles straight up.
No. Brian, are you going to talk to us or the board? Just wondering.
No, I can do the board.
Sure, go ahead.
Oh, you meant if I was talking to the board? No, I was getting, I was prepping notes. But anyway,
topic.
I was just letting you guys go. But Evan Wright on the board is saying Profits, Forgotten Sons, Birch, Lorcan, and Undisputed Era in a ladder match.
I was there,
I believe. Yep. What we're talking about, yeah. And then Shoji saying, why did Raiders face Ricochet and Cedric? I guess face versus face doesn't matter for no crowd.
Yep.
That's an interesting point too. I guess you can get away with things like that where you don't really have the crowd to worry about.
Yep.
I kind of felt like they were trying to unofficially, you know how they talk about, the announcers go, well, you know, if one of these teams win, you'd think it'd put them in line for a tag team title shot in the future. That's what this was for, just a division ranker.
Yeah, they're just building the division. And Evan Wright, I was at that match. I was sitting second row, right behind Stephanie McMahon, and she smells like money. So I just want to put that.
That's really
You're
weird.
Stealing that line.
I stole that line, yeah, from my cousin. So it's okay, right? I can do that one. Cousin-in-law, whatever, doesn't matter.
It was a great line.
That's
yes,
why I don't know who that white lady was, but she smelled like money. Okay. All right, Adam, you ready for your minute?
Oh yeah, here we go.
The SmackDown minute.
Woo!
Let me get my clock ready. Let me see here.
Make sure you get it right.
Yeah, I think I can handle it. Okay, and go.
All right, so Bliss Cross defended against the Kabuki Warriors. Later on that night, they agreed to a title match with Mela and Dana next week. But we've already found out that Dana's qualifying on Friday, so I don't know what the hell they were talking about there. Elias stole my idea. He has a song for Baron where he talks about he's going to win Money in the Bank and turn it into a guitar case. Ryan got excited. 25 years of Triple H will be happening in 2 weeks. Diggs beats Tucker while Mandy and Otis work out. Miz is called out for missing a match at Mania, so we're going to have another triple threat for the tag titles. Triple threat singles match, of course. Jay, Miz, and Big E next week. Forgotten Sons debut. Nobody forgot them, but they beat the Lucha House Party. And Tamia wants a title shot, but Bailey says only if you beat Sasha. Tune in next week for that. Sheamus, Cal Bloom, no idea who that is. Braun beat Shinsuke, but guess what? Braun fighting Fiend for the title. Wow.
Whoa.
I will say this. I didn't watch SmackDown, but I did watch the segment with Bailey and Sasha where she's like, and you want to fight me, you got to go through my friend. And it's not like I've never seen that before, but I found that entertaining. It was fucking funny.
The look on Sasha's face was kind of worth it.
Yeah, it was like, what, bitch? What'd you say?
But remember how we just talked about, Rob, how anybody but Seth at this time, anybody but Fiend.
Yeah.
The whole point of like taking the title off of him was that it didn't work.
No.
They could put anybody champion.
No.
Well, I guess he don't have to worry about getting fans to cheer for you. He makes the perfect sense for champion now.
No, the whole idea was take the belt off of him so that Roman and Goldberg would have that match. But now that Roman is out of the picture, they're probably going to put the title back onto Fiend.
Which is my point, Brian. Makes no sense.
I think it does. I think it does make sense. They're going back to, they're correcting the course of, doing the shit before Goldberg was here. They're getting back to what they should have done.
Somebody like Sheamus in this spot. Sheamus is a 4-time champ, a Rumble winner, a Money in the Bank winner. It's a perfect spot. Give Roman some time and the virus some time to go away. Give Sheamus a tried and true professional, a guy you know can go. He's a heel already. Braun's a face. Have them be the rivalry right now. Also, give Braun some credibility. Let him beat a 4-time champ, not just have a fluke win against Oldberg. And I don't mean fluke, but I'm saying you beat a 54-year-old. Let's be real.
All right. Well, on the Shoji on the board likes he says I like the backstory for Fiend versus Braun. And Evan's kind of with you. He said they killed the Fiend for absolutely no reason.
Yeah, that's why running full circle. I'm not saying you don't do this Braun and Fiend storyline. I'm saying Fiend is probably going to walk away from the Braun and Fiend storyline as the champ. Why not wait a month? Give Braun some time to see if he can be a champ that people give a shit about, especially in this no audience era, because you don't have to worry about him getting booed or anything like that. Let the man go as champ for a little while. Let him have a nice, safe rivalry against, like I said, somebody like Sheamus. And then you have the briefcase hanging out there that somebody can use to take from Fiend after Fiend takes it from Braun down the road. That's all I'm saying.
My only thing, and then if you want, we can move on, is to me, if you ask me, who would I rather have like do empty arena promos, and who would I rather see have the belt in that time? It would definitely have to be Fiend. I mean, I can't imagine Braun going out there and cutting all these promos and all this stuff. I just feel like if the Fiend were the one that had the belt, like that just opens up so many possibilities as far as like the fun house, and there's a lot more creativity I feel like that can go into that if he were the guy.
Yeah, but they could do that with somebody else, like I said, for a minute and then go to Strowman.
I don't know. Fiend just got over on Cena. I mean, that's kind of a thing, right? I mean, you get over on Cena, you're kind of a jetpack there.
Right.
Just saying. All right, let's anything else on Raw? I mean, there's a lot of stuff we didn't cover from tonight on Raw. Well, I mean, not really. We could have gone into more detail about some things, but anything else on Raw?
Akira Tozawa, Austin, talk about.
No, Charlotte. We didn't talk about Charlotte.
Becky had a promo. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Charlotte. What I wrote.
Yeah, I put Becky Lynch promo Y, and then I put Andrade Zelina interview with Charlie Y, and there was a couple others. Asuka.
I wrote no beard, Jose.
Yeah, Asuka continues to be just the fucking one of the best things on Raw. This absolutely
the shining light.
Well, no, just in general, Rob. I don't know if she did main event again, but she's been doing SmackDowns, Raws, main events. She's been everywhere.
It's fucking great. All right, so we're gonna play a little game. We haven't played a game with you guys in a while. We figured, hey, fuck, we're all fucking cabin fever, going crazy right now with this quarantine shit. So let's play a game. Brian is gonna host a game, and the game is called Wrestler or Porn Star. Wrestler or porn star. And board play along. Me and Adam have no idea what his questions are because obviously we're physical distancing, so we can't see his notes. His notes.
Yes, Adam and Rob, they've been in isolation booth for the past 2 weeks, just in preparation for this game. You really could say that. You guys have been.
Yeah.
So yes, the idea, it's going to be indie wrestler or porn star, of course. So if do you understand, or do you want to do a practice round, or you think we got it?
Do you have a practice round?
Sure.
I mean, I can go. I think we understand the concept. We can go right into it.
Okay.
Yeah,
right.
It's 50-50. It's like heads or tails.
Right.
You pick one.
Okay. Number one, ready? This is just a practice round. All right. Glacier.
The wrestler.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with wrestler.
The fact that you had to think about that long.
Well, I figured trying to trick us. So.
You don't remember Glacier?
You don't remember Glacier, dude?
Oh man.
Yeah.
Wow, this is blowing my mind.
Here's a question from
exactly.
XL10's asking: can the answer be both?
Not. No. Sonny isn't one of the choices. No.
If you said China,
right? Or X-Pac? No, they're not in this game. No.
Look at Adam. Look at Adam throwing out his porn knowledge.
Yeah. All right. Ready?
Yeah.
Here we go. Number one, Barrington Hughes.
Barrington Hughes.
Porn star.
I'm gonna go Barrington Hughes. I am gonna go wrestler.
Rob, you are correct.
Yeah.
Adam, you're wrong. Yes. He is about 500 pounds. He is a large man.
He's huge.
I just figured Hughes, huge.
Right.
You would figure that, wouldn't you?
All right, here we go. Number 2 is going to be Wheeler, Utah.
Wheeler, Utah?
Hmm?
Utah, like the state, or just Utah?
No, Utah.
Can you spell that?
You want the origin of language, too?
I just want to spell
Can
it.
you use it in a question?
Can you use it in a question? Y-U-T-A.
And first name is what again?
Wheeler.
Wheeler, Utah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go porn star.
I'm going to go wrestler.
Rob, you are correct once again.
Yes.
Yes.
Bing, bing.
Yes. Ding. Yes. All right, here we go. Question number 3.
Number 3.
Kieran Lee.
Kieran Lee.
Porn star.
Yeah, porn star.
No. Kieran Lee.
What?
Kieran Lee.
Why you keep rubbing your mouth whenever you're saying it? Do you not know how to pronounce it?
Kieran Lee.
Kieran Lee?
Kieran Lee.
Kieran Lee? I'm going to go
bask in my glory.
Okay, yeah, I'm going porn star.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Okay.
Oh, Adam didn't even guess. All right, that round didn't count.
He
Let's go.
said porn
You
star.
didn't guess. You didn't say anything. You
Yeah,
just
he
were
did.
looking at the screen.
No,
Did
he said it, and then we picked on you.
Oh, he did? I'm sorry. All right.
No,
No, it must have cut out. All right. All right.
all your
Yeah.
shenanigans trying to say Keith Lee instead.
Right. All right. Yeah, exactly. All right, here we go. Xander Corvus.
Xander Corvus. Xander Corvus is. I'm gonna go wrestler.
Adam.
He said porn star.
Oh, he is not a wrestler.
Oh.
He is a porn star, apparently.
All right, 3-2.
All right. Yeah, here we go. All right, here's the next one. Kyle Balls.
Wrestler.
Wrestler.
No.
Porn star. That was too easy.
Oh, damn. Balls. All right.
Mahoney or something.
All right, we'll do 2 more. Ready?
However many you want.
Yeah, whatever. I got nothing else to do.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, we'll just do this for 7 hours.
We'll do this for 3 weeks.
Ready?
Yeah.
Tony Deppen.
What?
Tony Deppen.
Tony Deppen. Is he dipping? Tony Dippin?
I'm going to go wrestler.
I'm going to say porn star.
He is a wrestler. Adam is correct.
We're tied 3-3. I thought I was going to run away with this shit. All right.
All right.
I know, I came from behind.
All right, this will be where we're tied up right now, 3-3.
Yep.
All right. Final question. Johnny Castle.
Johnny Castle?
Porn star.
Porn star.
He is a porn star. All right, it's a push. We keep going.
Okay.
No, I answered first.
Yeah, but that's not how it works.
The fuck?
It should.
No, it shouldn't.
All right. Sean Lawless.
John Wallace.
Porn star.
No. Sean Lawless.
Oh.
Like Lucy Lawless.
Oh, Sean Lawless.
Porn star.
Wrestler.
He is a porn star.
Oh.
Adam wins.
Damn it.
And Adam, because you are our champion, and actually because for everybody that just participated, this episode and moving forward, you will be able to find these episodes on Pornhub.com. So we will be on the hub. We're back on the hub.
Yep. So when your wife says, honey, I looked on your browser and I saw Pornhub, you can say, number 1, bitch, we're in quarantine. Don't fucking judge me. Number 2, I was watching Marked Out Wrestling Podcast.
And it's free. Number 3, and it's free right now.
Free.
There you go. Yeah.
Yep. Stay at home.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to be back on the hub, you guys. It's just another avenue. It's another way that we can get the wrestling word out there.
I think most of our board already went to the hub.
Yeah, I think
Probably.
you can spank your monkey and clean yourself up, then watch some MOWP. How about that?
There you go.
Spank your monkey.
There you go.
Stay at home. All right, so that was fun. Thank you for that, Brian.
Please don't associate us.
I like XL10's on the board. He said, "Does Brian understand there are women in porn too?"
Yeah.
That's a good point. You could have just done some women.
That is a
wrestling.
very good point. I don't know why I didn't put any women, but
The fuck Adam. The fuck Brian. I'm sorry. The fuck Brian. All right. Here.
So used to me shitting on the women. Here's Brian taking a real big dump, feeling Seamer style.
Just not a real big dump on Pornhub. All right. Marked out. We're gonna do our Smarkies now. Our awards for Monday Night Raw. So put your awards.
Oh yeah, bring it back to wrestling.
Yeah, put your awards on the board. If you're watching us live, the awards tonight are going to be the Marked Out Moment, Match of the Night, Booking Fail, and MVP of the Week, or the night, really. So let's start with Marked Out Moment. I will kick it off. Marked Out Moment for me was seeing... Man, I'm going to say... I don't know if I
know what you're going to say.
I don't know if I really had a Marked Out Moment, honestly.
what?
I mean, nothing really made me pop tonight. Maybe that Cedric and Ricochet were wearing matching tights, so they're official.
Wow, that made you mark out.
No, it didn't.
Buzz yourself.
It did. Yeah, it didn't. I don't have my. I don't know. We'll come back. We'll come back to me. Go ahead, Adam.
Qualifiers. Just choosing to do them. You've got 4 Raws before your next pay-per-view. Started off nice. Don't just name them and waste that opportunity. Then have a hodgepodge of matches on your road there. Have them qualified. Now you can do hodgepodge. You can have sub-storylines going on behind it. And I overall, I like the choices, especially the men that they chose for this opportunity. Even though you can predict who's going in the match, I still like the choices. It gives them a chance to shine.
Okay. That's a very well thought out, marked out award there, Adam. Good job.
Thank you.
Brian.
Much better than yours.
Well, thanks. I just gave you a compliment, you fucking dick. All right, go ahead, Brian.
Wow. Marked out, Rob, you're gonna like this. It was when Bianca Belair came out and that whole exchange. I like that she seems like she's the one that's gonna be kind of keeping them in line and telling them that they need to bring the smoke.
No, Brian.
What? Why?
If she's wrestling, it's okay.
Too good for that. Okay,
no.
Yes,
if she's a wrestler, she's okay. I mean, again, everybody's going to this automatic assumption that if they are a thing together, that she has to be a valet. There can be a faction with a wrestling woman and wrestling men all together.
Yeah, have Montez come out and ringside during one of her singles matches. Have it work both ways. Yeah. But yeah, I like that whole interaction between the Prophets and Bianca.
Yeah, that was gonna be mine, but I didn't want to be obvious and everybody shit on me. Oh, look at Rob talking about Street Profits and Bianca again.
Yeah, we're gonna shit on you anyway.
Yeah, what's the board saying? Anything at all?
Let's see. While they're throwing all their awards down at once, because that's what you said to do. You already gave them things, so I can't filter. Fuck it, we're moving on.
Okay, all right. Thanks for not doing any marked out awards. I guess. And Vice is gone. Oh, I feel so bad. All right. Match of the Night award, Adam.
This was a dark match. I don't know if you guys know what happened. But before went on air, I got to watch Rob and his cat battle during sound check because the cat would not stop meowing, and I thought that was by far the match of the night for me.
Wow, a lot of quality matches, and that's where you went. You're such
seriously, it's Oni and Alistair.
Okay, all right.
Go on.
Brian shook his head in approval. So, what do you think, Brian?
Yeah, Oni Lorcan and Alistair, but specifically Oni's white boots and his white knee pads. Phenomenal.
Why's it gotta be white, Brian? Why's it gotta be white? All right. My match of the night is gonna be.
He doesn't spray tan me.
Right. My match of the night is gonna be Viking Raiders and Ricochet. I thought it was a fabulous match. I saw it was exciting. You know what?
There was a fourth guy, Rob.
Oh, I'm sorry, Cedric. My bad. That you're right. That was a dick move on my part. You know what I was thinking about though while I was watching this was the contrast between AEW and WWE, just in the not the full story of WWE, but just in this kind of moment here. And as much as AEW touts how great their tag division is and how they're going to have real tag team wrestling matches, a lot of the tag team matches we've seen in AEW have been far from real tag team wrestling matches. They've been hey, let's let them have no rules and have a bunch of double teams because that's what people think.
Spot fest.
That's what people think tag team wrestling is now.
Haters.
No, it's not haters. I mean, look. If you're if you're somebody who watched back in the day when tag teams were absolutely the thing, when you had the Freebirds and Midnight Express and all these other classic true tag teams.
Oh yeah, we used to buy into hot tags and everything.
Yeah, but back in those days, it wasn't all about how many double team moves you could have or how many intangent moves you could have. It was about the psychology of the tag team element. And I liked seeing tonight that their match was more of a psychology of the tag team element, and I think WWE's is more, where AEW is more like, hey, how many spots can we get in this match? And how long can we keep people in without disqualifying them, which is never. So I mean, I'm not. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, you're good.
I like the way it kind of wrapped up too. I do agree with you. Your match was a very good match because we got something. Even though they lost, it's good. The only thing I didn't like was I don't know if you caught the announcers talking about how Ricochet and Cedric have talked about how they wanted to team together since coming to WWE. Fuck no, they never did.
Yeah, they did.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, they did.
Absolutely. They're
team
both
together.
They're both
wrestle against each other or team together.
Team together. They're both high spots guys. They train together. Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Sorry.
Oh.
I thought.
Well, Ricochet isn't a high spots guy.
But he trains at high spots. He does.
Ricochet.
Yeah, I mean his origins are not high spots, but he definitely trains at high spots a lot.
Like Brian, going from Jersey to LA.
What? I don't know what that means.
It means he's trained more than one place.
Okay,
but
that was a very bad analogy. That was a very bad analogy.
No, but one of the places he frequents. I mean, wrestlers train all over the fucking country, but one of the places that he frequents, one of his favorite places to go, is high spots, and him and Cedric have a relationship built from that because Cedric used to actually train people at high spots. So, all right.
Marked out on the board. Asuka's push, sort of, and he says his match of the night was Raiders and Ricochet. Still bringing it despite what the fuck is even happening.
Right.
Yeah.
Is that it?
They're
wonderful. All right.
I think Brian ran everybody off of this.
I think so.
I love that segment.
Yeah. Booking fail. I will start this one out. Booking fail for me is Rollins. I don't see the need for it. There's so many directions they could have gone that were new and fresh and giving us something that we want. But, fuck that, I guess. Adam.
My booking fail was Jerry Lawler's travel agent. They didn't have to book this flight. Could have saved him.
Yeah.
Kept him off.
I am totally over him 100%.
Did you hear what he said to close the show, Rob? He says, the Messiah says he was crucified and now he's been resurrected. Those are the last words before they went off air tonight, a day after Easter.
But didn't he call him like a
Messiah character that kind of looks like Jesus?
Didn't he call him Zombie Jesus or something like that?
No, that was my text to you.
Oh, okay.
That was me paraphrasing. He didn't actually say, there goes Zombie Jesus. His exact words were, Messiah says he was crucified and now he's been resurrected.
Oh, that's very, very different from what you said.
Yeah. I'm not a religious person, so I take no offense to it, but
I gave you the
Brian, what's your booking fail?
Yeah. Booking fail? I was going to say No Way Jose, but then I forgot that he went against Lashley and Lana. So my booking fail is actually just all three of them, that whole match. Get the fuck out of here.
Wait.
What are they doing with all three of them? They're all, individually, they're all very talented, but whatever they've got going on right now is not working.
Wait a second. Weren't you touting this match and the whole Lana thing earlier? Didn't you want to bring it up to the topic?
No, I said I want them to get them the fuck done. I wanted them to just sweep it under the rug and just start fresh. Just do it like they're we don't even know. Just scrap it. Okay. Get rid of it.
Booking fail on the board, please.
Charlotte being the NXT champion, talking about the NXT, what the fuck, Vince?
Yeah,
she was running down her whole challenge card and why are you here? Is
that it?
Get the fuck out of here. Yeah.
Okay. So let's go to MVP the night, of the week, or whatever. Brian, go ahead and go first. MVP.
boy. You know what, Rob? I'm gonna say Britt Baker. Britt Baker for me. What?
We're talking about
Britt
Raw.
Baker.
We're talking about fucking Raw tonight. You're gonna bring up Britt Baker.
You said of the week. Bro.
Okay. All right. Go.
Why'd you say of the week? You should have said of the week.
We have a Wednesday show, and you have another show called All Elite Hour. You have 2 other shows devoted to AEW, and you bring it in. Go ahead.
Fine. Okay.
Go
Fine.
ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. How about this?
Yeah. By the way, Brian, you suck.
Okay. Thank you. How about Drew McIntyre looking directly into the camera when he did his promo, which is like that's a total no-no in WWE, but apparently you're allowed to get away with it.
There's no crowd right now.
What?
How?
This is
okay.
the MVP award.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Well,
first,
so what?
First, there's no crowd. Second, does that make him the MVP?
Well,
what are you talking about?
No, my original answer was Britt Baker, but now you're telling me to make something up on the fly.
No, I'm not. I'm asking
on my notes.
If this is the
if you look
MVP
at
award,
my notes,
call a guy out. You, Brian.
No, I said no. My original one was Britt Baker.
Okay, I'm gonna.
But again, your second throw to was to mock a guy, not to give him the top award.
Yeah.
Well, because
okay.
Then we might as well just change the award. If I can't give you my real feelings, then why am I going to fucking say something?
Oh my!
I'm going to say just.
So it's like me asking you, hey, who's the best actor this year, and you say Howard Stern. It's just your first answer was completely off base. Here,
why? Private Parts is a great movie. He did a phenomenal role as himself.
Here's what I'm gonna do, Brian. I'm gonna do this for you. I'm going to
mute him.
I'm going to do? That would be you too. I am going to channel my inner Brian, and I'm going to answer this question for Brian. Hey, Brian, what's the MVP of the night? Oni Lorcan, white boots, white knee pads. Move on. Okay, there we go. There's Brian's MVP.
Oh, can I answer it? Can I answer it like you?
I want to answer Jay on the suggesting that the reason Brian hasn't been paying attention is because he's been busy looking up male porn stars for research.
Right.
You know,
that's
just
true.
like we're telling you to go to Pornhub to listen to us so you have a reason. Brian is like, if anyone looks at his search history and sees all the male porn stars, he's gonna be like, no, it was for a segment.
It will be suspect. Yeah, it'll look a little sketchy. I will say that.
My MVP of the night, and I figured I'd full circle and I'd make it the most obvious MVP I could possibly do, just because I want to get you guys all riled up and shit in your emotions. I'm going to say MVP of the night is Bianca Belair for setting the Street Profits straight on their record. So there you go. There's my MVP of the night.
Please don't be a manager.
Yeah. Anybody else? Anything else on the board before we move on?
You want to go to my MVP?
Oh, yeah, sure.
My MVP goes to Paula Reed. If you don't know who Paula Reed is, by tomorrow you definitely should. Really, you don't know, Brian?
No idea. Who? Star Wars?
Paula Reed is the person who got Trump all frazzled tonight.
Oh, the CBS girl?
With their total authority questions.
Okay.
And stuff like that. I thought Rob would even.
No, you're right. I was going to say that. Well, actually, there was three people in the press conference today that really got him going. But yeah, the girl from CBS, and then that girl you're talking about, and another dude. But yeah,
Paula Reed got it enough.
Yeah.
Enough. But the other chick, the chick from CBS, was like laying it down like, people are dying. Who cares about what you're saying right now? How is this helpful?
Right.
I was just like, oh, fucking Trump is a dumpster fire. Okay. Anything on the board?
MVPs on the board. Soji says Oni and Ruby, and Jay says Charlie's pink dress.
Ooh, Charlie. Okay. All right. So that pretty much sums up Raw tonight for us anyway. Don't forget to join us here every Monday night, again, on YouTube Live, on Mixer, on Twitch. We're on Periscope, Facebook Live. You can join us after the fact on any podcast provider, including iHeartRadio, iTunes, Podbean, down the list. Go. Just make sure wherever you go, wherever you watch us or view us or listen to us or whatever, wherever you go, make sure you subscribe, make sure you like, make sure you follow, make sure you rate, make sure you review. All those little bitty things you can do. All the little things you can do will help us continue to try to grow here in our quest to be the greatest. Also, share on Twitter at SmartMark Show, Instagram at MarkedOutWrestling, MarkedOut1 on Facebook. Even if you don't go to our specific social media pages, go to your podcast provider or in the bottom here on YouTube or wherever and hit that share and share our content on your social media page and maybe bring us some new listeners in. We certainly appreciate that. Real quick, don't forget to check out collarandelbowbrand.com. 10% off your order if you put in the word marked out, all one word. And anything else I'm missing, Brian?
Isn't there something else to plug?
Do we want to announce that? I didn't know if we want to do that like right away.
Let's get the details all solid up on that.
Let's wait. But there is a little something. There's a little bit of things kind of in the oncoming weeks we'll be announcing. So
yeah, we got some stuff in the works. How about that shit?
Yeah, how about that?
Don't worry, we are just like, I guess because WWE is considered that, we're that way. So essential personnel, we will be here doing our Q-cast.
I essentially have nothing else to do. There you go. That's mine.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, guys. So for me, final thoughts on tonight. You put your final thoughts on the board if you like, and we'll rotate around real quick. My final thoughts are going to be that I thought Raw was. I know. Anaconda Vice is gone, so I can say this without getting yelled at. I thought Raw was good tonight. I mean, again, considering what we're dealing with, we had a lot of matches. What I liked about tonight was it felt fresh. It felt like a lot of the new talent are starting to really saturate the TV time. Except for Seth. Well, I mean, you got to have, yeah. But a lot of the new talent is really starting to saturate the TV time, and I think that's good because it gives us new rivalries and feuds that maybe we haven't seen before. It gives us new options as far as champions goes. New options as far as people who can take that brass ring and really run with it. So I like the direction it's going. We've got good wrestling, I think, on WWE again. For a long time, we did not. There's a lot of paint by number shit. I'm seeing a lot of good matches lately. And the recaps have been digestible. It hasn't been too much. So that's my takeaway for Raw. They're going to continue to do this at the PC as long as my opinions on it. I don't know whether they should be doing it like they're doing it. I was hopefully maybe they did like several episodes at once today. I don't know though. So Adam, what are your final thoughts here, bud?
Well, things that I tout a lot. I always say check the tape. I'm pretty petty when it comes to the women's division. I hate 50-50 booking. And I always talk about when there's a multi-man match, how we need to have a qualifier. And we got qualifiers for the men and the women. So I'm pretty happy with that. I think it's an opportunity for everybody to shine. Yeah, even Sarah Logan getting squashed. She's on TV there. Maybe that kayfabe proves her to fuck Shayna over. Maybe Shayna's climbing the ladder at the end of Money in the Bank and she gets hit with a chair, by Sarah Logan to screw her over and set up something else. Who knows where that could go? But everybody, it could go nowhere. But everybody gets something here and everybody gets some TV time on the road to something. It's like a play-in game for March Madness. Give them a shot. Yeah, it's a long shot that Sarah Logan's ever going to qualify. But Uhaa Nation's fighting MVP next week, so you never know.
All right. Good point. Brian, final thoughts, sir?
Mine is I'm a little curious to see how this is going to play out, specifically with how, I don't know if I'm sure you guys have heard, but Jerry Demings, the mayor of Florida, already said that
the mayor of
WWE.
Florida?
What's that?
The mayor of Florida?
Of Orange County, Florida, sorry.
Okay.
They already deemed WWE is essential. So they're going to be like staying open. They're not going to be one of these. They're not going to have to tape all their stuff. That's why they're going to be able to get away with the live taping. So I just hope that they're not. Like, I wonder why they're considered essential. Don't get me wrong. I love wrestling and I love watching and I love having it right now. But say that it's essential is a little over the top. I don't know what kind of games Vince is playing. I don't know if they feel bad about the XFL folding. I also wonder how this is going to affect AEW because they've been filming in, I believe, Georgia.
It has nothing to do with the XFL.
What's that?
This has nothing to do with
No, I
XFL.
know. It was a fucking
That's
joke.
just
But
a write-off.
I wonder
how what he can.
if AEW are they gonna film at Daly's place in Florida now? Or are they gonna continue on and do live events, or are they gonna shut it down and just because they have stuff taped until May? So it'll be interesting to see how both companies juggle putting out content. WWE is going to be doing live stuff versus AEW is doing taped. So we'll see who keeps winning in the ratings. But more importantly, I just hope that people stay home. This is my fucking final thought, Adam. Shut the fuck up.
I agree.
Doesn't don't our final thoughts stimulate discussion like mine did?
They do,
No,
but you have to let him finish.
Just go to you, and then we can be done.
You have to let him finish. Yeah.
Yeah. But all right, I guess I'm done now. You can go, Adam.
I think that I kind of agree with the WWE being an essential workplace. Yeah, I kind of do, and I say that because that mental health. No, listen, mental health has to be in consideration right now, right? You got 90%, 97% of the population is stuck in their fucking houses, right?
Watching Tiger King,
right? So I mean, there has to be if you got down the brass tacks and you're like things that if they're not open, people die. If that's your definition of essential, then yes, they should not be doing it. But if your definition of essential right now is keeping some level of stability in the chaos, I'm actually okay with it. That's barring that WWE is making protective decisions with their talent. And AEW,
they're probably not.
They're not. They're doing temperature checks.
Because there was somebody that was revealed. Now it wasn't on-air talent, but somebody in the production, crew, group, whatever, that they said tested positive. That was last there on March 25th. Now maybe they caught it and they're sterilizing properly. But I think this is such a contact sport that I wonder how much you could really do.
Yeah.
I mean, if someone's not showing the signs, you could run them through a full hazmat processing, Rob. I'm not even criticizing WWE. How could they tell right now? And then you touch another person there.
Yeah.
And that guy wrestles another, and now we're in a 6-man match.
Yeah. You have to have them live there. Have them just stay there like it's a dojo.
Right.
If they go in there, get tested, they can't fucking leave.
Ever. Yeah. I'm curious.
Like Police Academy court all together at Full Sail.
I am curious. I mean, I do know a wrestler on the main roster that has problems or has a history with bronchitis. Like it's a chronic issue with them, which is fucking severely scary when it deals with coronavirus. So I'm curious to see if we're going to see that person in the ring versus maybe just doing segments backstage. If they're going to take that into consideration, all kinds of little things. But I'm glad they're on the air. I want them to be safe, obviously. So
me too.
On the board, final thoughts.
Oji's just bumming us out. Said Cars Jackson died. Yeah. But as for Raw, I like the fresh matchups. I feel like it was a good game of who's available and who lives near the PC. I feel things are going to go back to crappy booking when this returns to normal. Maybe it will, Soji, but I think some people will show their chops where they'll get type of Kofi love where it's undeniable that we want that push. I mean, hell, you go back to like Eddie and Benoit, everybody wanted that push back then. I think there'll be people that shine at the end of this.
Yeah.
Jay says not watching out for talent if they keep doing bumps on the ring apron. That's the hardest part of the ring, so I've heard, Brian.
That's a good point. Yeah, I don't know if you guys heard it, but thank you, Jay. It is the hardest part of the ring.
And also tonight there was anniversary of Kobe's 60-point retirement game, and they did a nice tribute for it apparently.
All right, I had a
Police Academy is on Netflix. Great.
I had a follow-up for like 3 comments ago, but you steamrolled into the next one without letting me interject, so I don't remember what the fuck it was.
I thought you were going to close it down, Dick.
I was going to close it down, but I want...
Turn the mic
but
off.
Open discussion, Adam. I was going to talk about something on one of the...
6 days to load the show.
I can't even fucking I can't get a sentence out with you. I swear to fucking God. Oh, okay. I feel like it was something Soji said. The as of Raw, fresh matchups. Was that it? I don't remember. It was a good point, and you fucking took it from me. So, all right, guys. Fucking some things never fucking change. Some things never change on this show. So we'll be back here Wednesday night for AEW, and Anaconda Vice will be back because Adam's going to be hosting, apparently, because everybody loves Adam. And let's see, anything else, guys? No, nothing. I'm just trying to.
No.
Okay, well,
we can go silently into the night.
Go silently into the night. So, for Adam, Brian, and myself, don't forget to mark out like no one's watching. But more importantly, wash your fucking hands.
I'll catch you on the flip side.
MARKEDOUT Podcast is produced and edited by eRecord Studios and is recorded live from Charlotte, North Carolina. Subscribe, follow, and listen to us live following WWE programming on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook Live. Download the podcast by following us at podbean.com or subscribe on iTunes and Apple Podcasts. While you're there, go ahead and give us an honest and fair review and rating. Finally, if you have enjoyed our product and would like to see us grow, please donate to us by visiting the donation link below our live video, or you can donate via Venmo and Cash App at the handle Ravepro. That's Ravepro.
You're listening to the Electronic Media Collective Podcast Network. Yeah, it's a mouthful. For more great shows, visit electronicmediacollective.com.